Quality is guaranteed. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, hello.
Spooky chat.
Spooky chat time.
Spooky.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Has anything weird and or spooky happened to you this week, love?
No, but stupid things have happened to me.
Go on then.
Okay, so yesterday I fell over in the shower.
I said to you, you're going to have to get one of those old person's anti-slip rubber mats for the shower.
Twice I've fallen over in the shower.
Twice?
I did it years ago when I was renting a flat in Fordham. And I've also fallen over on the gravel going out to bring the bins back in. And that was my biggest injury from falling over that I've had.
I knew that you'd done that. I didn't realise you'd fallen over in the shower twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because Final Destination is out next week?
No, it's because of who I am as a person.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Getting more and more clumsy, it would seem. And one of the other stupid things that happened to me was we bumped into someone that Mark knows in Tesco. And he works for cars, like filming cars and things like that. And they were talking about Spa. And Mark goes, "Oh, I'd love to go to Spa." And I turn around and I go, "You hate spas." They meant the Belgium Spa.
They meant the track.
They meant the track.
Oh, it's okay.
I've never felt... No, I have felt so dumb before. I've never... Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's quite a niche thing. And it does have the same name as something else.
He looked at me... He wished I would just be swallowed up by the ground.
I don't know that he did. I can't see him.
He was tray embarrassed.
He said it was bad.
It was bad for him. Like, he turned around to the guy and he's like, "She talks about cars."
She has a podcast.
About cars.
I think that makes it better, though.
Not for me.
Okay.
But yeah, on another note, Chloe came round, which was really lovely, and we were good. She was telling me about like the new Fred and Rose West documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
And you know, we're not in an age of stoning anymore and burning at the stake or anything like that. And, you know, she deserves death by 1,000 pinpricks and all of that lot. But we can't do things like that anymore. We're not medieval. And I think the worst thing that you can do when you don't have those options is to wish really horrible inconveniences on people.
Okay, yeah.
So, which I was trying to explain to Chloe, because I was like, I hope she's got really bad toe jam. She's like, yeah, because that's going to offer so much like peace to the family. So I was like, no, think about it. Constantly itchy, smelly feet.
Ew.
On top of that, a constant UTI that burns.
Ew.
You know, things like that just make her so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To be
alive,
upright, and then at the same time she's got really bad piles, so she can't sleep on her front, she can't sleep on her back, so she has terrible sleep constantly.
Okay, I get that.
And so that's where I'm at.
Okay, all right,
because it's petty, and I'm quite a petty person and passive aggressive, so that's my jam. That's my toe jam.
So, I've been watching The Conjuring with your mum. And the reason this happened is because we had our niece over to stay and we watched 3 Disney movies. And when she went home, I said to Teenie, I was like, should we watch a horror film? It's just like something for us. And it's quite difficult to find a horror film that like she likes the look of. So I tell you what, we're going to watch The Conjuring. Have you seen any of The Conjurings? No. Okay, so we watched The Conjuring, then we watched The Conjuring 2. She then immediately... She was frightened to death. Like, I've never seen her jump so much at the first film. And then after that, she was like, can we watch the second one? I thought she was going to say, I never want to watch another one.
No, she loves it. She loves being scared. The thing is, she gets so frightened, but then wants more.
But honestly, it was like she had a case of Tourette's. I kind of wish I could have filmed her. It's hilarious.
Yeah, she'll hit you and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched 2 of them, and I said, look, I need a break between horror films because they, especially paranormal ones, they really play on my mind. So I was like, I'm going to need a break before we watch the 3rd one. And then obviously Last Rites, which is the 4th one, is coming out in the cinema soonish, I believe. And then obviously I was telling her about all the connected ones, like the Annabelles, the Nuns, all of those. So she went, well, can we watch the other one yet? And I was like, I need
It's been 10 minutes.
break. I need a minute because it's a lot. I know you don't find them scary, but they haunt me.
You guys cooked us dinner, like for Mark and me. And we went round and Mum was like, been watching really scary films. I was like, what films? And you guys were like, The Conjuring. I was like, oh.
You don't think anything's scary. Have you ever found a film scary?
Yeah, The Woman in Black.
Okay, yeah, that is. But then I don't feel like that's scary at the end. But it is a scary film.
Yeah, I think it's the book and the play for me. And then that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, okay.
But they did her really well in the film.
Okay.
And it didn't bother me that it was Daniel Radcliffe either.
Okay.
But I think I've just got there's something about that story.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And I think you will be suitably scared by It, the series, when that comes out.
Yeah, but that's just because it was a clown. If it was anything else, it wouldn't be scary.
No, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of connected that, but not. But yes. So going paranormal. Anyway, so for some reason with me, like I make lights flicker a lot of the time. Not just by standing there. Like
on, off, on, off.
At my old house, the lights would flicker in the kitchen, in the lounge. In fact, in Derby, they would flicker as well. And then at your mum's, the kitchen lights always flicker. And I'm like, what is wrong with these lights? And she's literally like, this never happens to anyone other than you. And they go off for ages, then come back on, then flicker, and they come back on. And I was like, I'm sure it's the electrics. And I turn them off. She turns them on and it's absolutely fine. Weird.
Haunted.
Well, that's what I said. I think I probably am haunted. And then, when was it? Was it last night or the night before? Winnie was sat with me and she's found her voice.
Yes, she has.
This week she started barking and she was looking from the lounge into the kitchen, which was dark, and just growling and barking. And I was like, please don't. I don't actually mind if it's a ghost, but please don't let there be a psychopath on meth outside the door. That's what I was really worried about. So sticking with the paranormal theme, today's spooky chat is paranormal themed.
Loved it. Love it, even.
Yeah. And I've really used some reputable online sources this week.
Oh my God, it's the Daily Mail.
So the first one is from the Sun Online.
Oh dear God, no. Oh, okay.
So the headline reads, House of Horrors. Family shares terrifying videos of paranormal activity tormenting them, including crucifix spinning on the wall.
Okay.
So a terrified couple, this is verbatim from the Sun, by the way. I have not rewritten any of this because
there's no point.
No, exactly. A terrified couple has shared frightening footage of mysterious abnormalities that were happening around their house. The Pennsylvania pair documented what they claimed to be paranormal activity disrupting their house. George Louis Cruz Molina and his wife have been using their TikTok at Magical Poltergeist to show their 158,000 followers their haunted house. The couple has showcases multiple clips of furniture moving, breaking, and even spinning as evidence of a presence in their home. We're not going to lie. Oh no, they didn't say that. We're not going to let. We're not going to let this thing ruin our lives. We're going to continue to try and do anything we can to stop this activity.
Also, we're not going to lie.
Yeah. The family wrote in one recent post on their TikTok account. In the video, it showed Melina's wife frightened in her bed while a cross was spotted spinning in her room.
Where was he at this point?
I don't know. So I went on their TikTok because I was like, well, let me see this. There's so many videos, so I just kind of went back and just had a look at, and I did see one where the cross was spinning on the wall. The thing is, though, it's so difficult to know what's actually happening because of AI and just, you literally can't believe anything you see.
No.
So it may well be happening to them, but
It may also well not be.
exactly. So
His mate with a drill the other side.
yeah, well there you go.
Well,
It could be. And I saw videos of furniture moving, the fridge slamming shut, but there's always ways you can make that happen.
yeah, like a fishing line you can barely see.
Yeah.
Can be used for something.
So fans of the couple left comments giving them advice on how to handle their paranormal household.
Oh, God.
Sage, open all windows and doors, acknowledge the spirit and ask them not to scare you and to leave, wrote one. I do paranormal investigations and this is just insane. That's not human and very, very strong. I'd be leaving as soon as I can. Bless you, wrote another commenter. However, not everyone who watches their videos is convinced. Commenting on a doll swaying without anyone holding it, one person wrote, rocking chair in the bedroom with a doll. You guys cannot be serious. This whole thing has been a joke. Come on now, why would you put that doll in your room? This is starting to get very unbelievable, another scoffed. Regardless of whether people think the couple is genuinely dealing with paranormal activity, they continue to show their latest ghost sightings and show no plans of moving out of their home. So like I said, I did have a look on there and it did give me vibes. Everything gives me vibes.
Yeah, you're not a reliable measurement.
I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I'll walk into somewhere and get shivers and be like, oh my God, this is haunted. But I don't know if that's actually what that means.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
For a lot of the cases. It's probably,
But
I don't know, maybe you just got wind.
Ew!
That's giving you a vibe.
No, it's not. It's like, ugh. Like when you feel like someone's walking over your grave. What would you do if a cross started spinning on the wall?
Oh, look at that.
Here, Mark, have you seen this?
Yeah. Morning. Mark, we got demon.
Diamond.
It's a diamond.
Yeah.
I'd probably adopt it and give it a pet name.
You'd probably leave and be like, you're too spooky for me.
I'd give it like a
Biatch.
real sort of old man name.
Derek the Demon.
Derek the Demon. Dennis. Stick pot on.
Yeah, if you're going to be here, move
Make yourself
around.
useful.
Oh, sorry, I just swore. I'm so sorry. If you're going to be here moving things around.
If you could just feng shui
Yeah.
the living room.
Put the washing away.
Just make sure the kettle's boiled ready for when I get up. That'd be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget Alexa.
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, I need to try and adopt a poltergeist. Or a demon.
I mean, that's the thing. If all that stuff was genuinely happening in your house, genuinely, the furniture was moving, the cross on the wall was flinging. Not that you've got any crosses on your walls, but something's flinging around. If all this stuff was happening, the fridge is opening and shutting. What would you do?
I wouldn't try and reach for a snack in the fridge, that's for sure. My hand would get chopped off
Right. Okay.
if it's doing that. I
think of this because obviously I watched both the Conjurings.
Yeah. What would I do? I'd talk to Mark.
Can we have a discussion about this?
Just because he's really logical.
Yes.
Which follows on from the episode we've just we've just recorded for Power Chip. He is very logical. We probably would set up cameras.
Yeah. And be like, okay, let's try and debunk this first.
And then, that's the thing. I think try and debunk it. Obviously, I do believe, but I will try and look for proper evidence.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to be fair.
And then, because it's just weird, how many things can be staged, but to look real. Mm-hmm. So I would be worried about, also, this is the thing, I wouldn't be putting it out everywhere. Because I'd want to know that that's exactly what's happening. And if it is, I don't want people turning up.
True.
Yeah, people may be looking to make money and things like that.
That's the other thing, yeah.
Mark, cameras, then the Vatican.
Okay, right. I have actually been to the Vatican.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. But he doesn't want the Pope round here.
Well, no, but it'd be... we can't repeat that.
Anyway, moving on.
It wouldn't be the Pope, would it? It would be a Catholic exorcists.
I do have an exorcist phone number, so
Yes, you do.
I'll just call him.
Yeah.
So then, this one's a bit more local to us, as it's from the UK. And there is another one that's more local as well. But this one, apparently, there is a new Isle of Wight group who explore paranormal activity. And this is from the Isle of Wight County Press online. Probably slightly more reputable than the Sun. Maybe.
Possibly, but also
allegedly.
probably very biased.
Possibly. Established earlier this year, they meet every Friday evening at Northwood's WI Hall.
The Women's Institute.
I just heard Goobs laughing.
The Women's Institute.
The group, which has grown from 8 to more than 30 members, explores everything from...
I'm so sorry. It's just him laughing.
Is that not the population of the Isle of Wight?
8 people.
Possibly. It's not a very big place. So they explore everything from haunted objects to ghost hunting techniques. You're right, love.
What do they do, sorry?
They explore everything from haunted objects to ghost hunting techniques.
Oh. I'm glad they've got a hobby
Yeah.
in Isle of Wight.
Yeah. Apart from boats. Door Paranormal is not a group of fanatics who believe in the supernatural without question. Instead, they attempt to find rational explanations for unusual events before speculating on their causes. Rachel Cracknell, who helped start the group, said, "The paranormal has been my passion since I was little, when I experienced it at the family home in C Street, Newport. We started hosting events as there wasn't much going on locally."
You don't say.
We were bored, so we may as well just start.
You do not say.
So, unlike Bill Murray's Ghostbusters in the 80s comedy movie, Door Paranormal delves into various paranormal concepts, including scrying and the Estes method.
What does door paranormal? Like door as in open?
DAW. I thought I wrote down what it stood for. Maybe I didn't. Because it doesn't make any sense, does it? Because I've not actually explained it. No, perhaps it will be in a minute.
Yeah, maybe.
Sensory deprivation, believed to lead to messages being picked up from the spirit world. Rachel said, "What most people don't realise is that we try to debunk as much as we possibly can, taking a scientific approach." They bought detection equipment and have used it on a ghost hunt at one of Dorset's most haunted locations.
So door stands for Dream Amethyst Witchery.
Oh, amethyst? I think that's a different thing. No? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Maybe that is what it stands for.
Huh. Sorry.
No, that's fair enough. There they are, look, at the WI. Doing a Ouija board.
God, the WA ain't going to like that.
So they went to do a ghost hunt at one of Dorset's most haunted locations, Noath Fort in Weymouth, with a return planned in August. This was written in May, so it's very new news. The group also includes some mediums who recently attended a Victorian seance evening.
I wonder if that's what that was just saw.
Possibly. The hall dimly lit to create the right atmosphere and ambience. So attendees sit in a large circle with hands linked, hoping to summon figures from the spirit world and speak for them. I just remembered this bit of the note. During this session, the circle was broken because Linda, a medium from Shanklin, went into a trance.
Oh, bloody hell, Linda.
Linda? Taken over by the spirit of a Native American man.
On the Isle of Wight?
I'm not entirely sure what a Native American man is doing on the Isle of Wight. He travelled a long way.
Good Lord, Linda.
To see Linda. God, the force is strong with that one. Wow. She went all shaky. Her feet were tapping. Her hands were moving.
Aircon on?
Maybe. No, there's no aircon in this country. She says his name was Shani, in a deep Native American accent. one of the door team said. She said he wasn't here to harm anybody, so that's all right. The experience was a shock for those new to the group. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? You wouldn't expect someone from America to be...
Linda to, start convulsing.
Linda! Gosh. Some of the new ladies look worried. It was a bit too much for them. Apparently the circles can be intense. Rachel said...
Intense or intense?
Well, intense. Rachel said experiencing paranormal phenomena is rare, but warned, because of your belief system, you have to be careful not to get carried away. Like Linda. You have to
Linda, you took it too far, love.
Ruined it, Linda. We've told you. For God's
sake,
before.
Linda. No Native Americans, please.
You...
In the Isle of Wight, at the Women's Institute.
Yeah. You have to be a critic and be objective about any unusual experience. This article was written by John Marino yesterday. It's very new news.
Do you know who are critics? Us.
No, I think that's... Oh my God, they've got uniforms. This is amazing. I think it's fantastic they've got a paranormal group, but it did make me laugh that Linda channeled the spirit of a Native American man in the Isle of Wight. It just seems a little bit unexpected. And in the comments on the online, the Thing Me Online, someone actually sort of said, "Oh, wow, he's come a long way." I thought it was really funny.
He must have a real affiliation with Linda.
Yeah. Goobs asked, is Linda in the WI? Is this how they got the hall? Maybe.
A discount.
Yeah, discounted rate. Got some biscuits and squash chucked in. We're not mocking this group. I think it's great what they're doing. It just made me laugh. But Goobs wants to join.
Yeah, it's just...
Don't know if we can because we don't live in the Isle of Wight.
We don't know if they actually do have biscuits and squash though.
Well, why don't we start a group with biscuits and squash?
No, do you know what I want?
What do you want?
I want a squash mimosa.
With warm Lambrini in it.
Yeah, no. We're going to have either digestives, if we're feeling fancy, or a rich tea.
No one's going to come to our meetings.
That's what I used to get at nursery and preschool.
Yeah.
Squash and a biscuit.
The sad thing is we're excited about that. We're thinking of starting a group just so we can have biscuits and squash.
You know what we could do? We could just go downstairs, make some squash. No, because we've got fancy flavoured squash. It's not fancy squash, but because it's orange and mango, not just
no.
orange.
It needs to be boring, disgusting orange squash.
That tastes more like orange flavoured water, but not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on special occasions, we get bourbons.
Oh, accidentally vegan.
Yeah.
As are Twister lollies. Which I still can't believe because I thought they were made of ice cream. No?
Well, they've got the creamy bit.
Yeah, which I just presumed that there would be dairy in them.
Yeah.
So thank you, Twister, for not being made of
Problem
animal
is,
juice.
are they Nestle? Because they're quite iffy as a company, apparently.
Is it? So they're number 3. It's another reputable source. Next up, the Daily Star Online has this story. Written by David O'Dornan on the 9th of May, 2025. So these, apart from the first one, in fact, just the last one was recent and this one. Okay. Ignore me. So, Goobs, what football team do you support?
That might be the Spur Hot of Tottenham.
I thought so. So, ex-Spurs boss saw a ghost and tried to kick it. This one's for you.
I just lost his foot in the air.
Jerry Francis opened up about a spooky encounter that happened when he was playing for Crystal Palace when he thought his teammates were fooling around, but it was something otherworldly. Former Spurs boss Jerry Francis saw a ghost and tried to kung fu kick it, but went straight through him.
What do you think you're going to do, mate?
What
do you think you're What do you plan to achieve?
There's no logic in that. His pal Ian, Ollie Holloway, said he told him about the spook encounter when they were chatting about his wife's mystic powers as a white witch. The story is not going where I thought it was going to. I didn't read this.
Did you not read this?
Not this
before?
one, no. I just saw Tottenham Hotspurs and thought, I'm sure Mark supports them. And I was like, I'll put it on Mark. Oh my God, is that his serious hair?
As opposed to his unserious hair.
It looks like he's got the ghost of a cat on his head.
Mate, I know you loved your cat, but you don't have to wear it as a wig.
Oh gosh. Anyway, he said we were discussing Kim's psychic ability and sensitiveness to the strange and unusual. I'm sorry, I can't unsee that hair. I told him she sat up in bed at 4 a.m. at one time and said, "Oh, my gran's just died."
Oh. He had a proper mullet.
Oh, he's been sporting that mullet for some time.
Just let it grow out a little bit. Oh, my nan's just died.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
4 minutes later, we got a phone call to say exactly that, but Kim had just seen her in her dream waving goodbye to her.
Aww.
Jerry went all quiet and white as a sheet. I asked what was wrong, and he said, "Well, I've seen a ghost, but I don't really want to talk about it." You okay?
At least it's not the hay fever making my eyes
True. Ex-Blackpool manager Ollie said that his mate then opened up about his scary experience after a bit of cajoling. Is that how you say that? Cajoling.
It's not cajoling. 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 Helen's just made up her own language as well.
Jerry, 73, told him, "I was playing for Crystal Palace at the time and was sharing a room with Vince Hilaire."
Sorry, I thought you didn't want to talk about it.
No, he does now. There was a prankster in the squad who get up to this and that, and one of the things he did was knock on your room door and then run off. On this occasion, there was a knock on the door and I expected it to be him. But when I opened it, there was a white cloaked figure that just screamed and ran towards me. That sounds terrifying. Maybe that's why his hair turned white. Maybe it became part of him and became his hair.
He's possessed. But only his hair.
Just his hair is possessed.
That's why it's so big, it's full of ghosts.
I'm so sorry, listeners.
No, I'm having a great time.
I asked...
I got a bit hot though.
I thought it was this teammate of ours messing around, so I kung fu kicked at it. But kicked absolutely nothing, and it went straight through me and straight through the bedroom wall.
He could have really hurt the person if it was a real person though.
I know.
Imagine if he couldn't play football because he, don't know, or couldn't have kids because he kicked him in the knackers too hard.
Yeah, well, there we go.
I kung fu kicked him. But I don't talk about it.
But this did happen.
Look at my hair.
I asked Vince, who had a pillow in front of his face, if he'd just seen what I had. He nodded and described exactly the same thing I'd seen and said he was terrified. So it's not a case of if I believe in ghosts, Ollie, I know they are real. Meanwhile, Ian...
Meanwhile.
I don't know why I said that so weirdly. Meanwhile, Ian, 62, also revealed... Who's Ian?
Who's Ian?
Oh, it's the Ian Ollie man, revealed that his dad warned him about his cancer from beyond the grave. He had a growth removed on his face last week, but that followed earlier signs from his late father, who urged him to get a previous growth seen to. In his new book, The Mostly Football World According to Ollie, he added, "I was having a dream when I clearly heard my dad shout, 'Get that checked.' It was enough to wake me up, and I felt like I'd actually heard him speaking, even though I'd lost him maybe 25 years before."
It's kind of like the dreams that you have about Richard coming to you telling me to
Yeah.
stop smoking.
Yeah.
Which I would like to say I have a telephone appointment for smoking cessation coming up.
Well done, you. The thing was, I had a mark on my face at the time, and it had been something I'd been worried about for a while. Hearing my dad made me go and finally get the mark checked out, and it turned out to be cancer. They treated it, cut it out, and I got the all clear a couple of years later. How can we explain stuff like that? I always look for signs from those who were close to me, but have since passed on. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's very, very scary, the thought of someone like charging at you through the door.
It's all right, because if you kung fu kick him,
That goes to your hair.
yeah, and then you've trapped it.
And that's why it's so big, because there's ghosts in your hair.
It's full of ghosts.
Why is your hair so big? It's full of ghosts. That could make a t-shirt.
Imagine he's from the West Country, so imagine him saying it in Spencer's accent.
Fabulous.
Oh,
We need to get Spence on just to do his voice.
just to talk.
Yeah, just to talk.
Listen to him for hours.
Just written after that, discuss.
I think we did.
What? See, on some of these stories, I quite like it when it's a surprise to me as well. All I saw was Ghost and Tottenham Hotspurs, and I was like, oh,
This is how Helen does research.
I did read the other ones. For some reason, I didn't read that one. So, and number 4. This is also from the Daily Star Online.
Gotta love that Daily Star Online.
This is about Claudia Schiffer.
Oh.
Yeah. She said she's sharing her Tudor mansion with a few friendly ghosts, apparently.
Okay.
So world-famous supermodel Claudia Schiffer admits her Tudor mansion in Suffolk is haunted.
Ooh, whereabouts in Suffolk?
But don't worry, as the several ghosts she shares her home with are actually friendly.
Casper.
Possibly. The 54-year-old supermodel said she and her family have each had their own paranormal experiences at Coldham Hall in Suffolk, but says they've been positive. She shares her Grade 1 listed home, which was built in 1574 and was formerly used as a haven for Catholic priests, with her filmmaker hubby Matthew Vaughan and their 3 children. Yeah, that I did see pictures of it when I was doing this. And it looks
like, I am
amazing.
there.
I so desperately want to live in a massive house.
I'd have to have a cleaner though.
There's no way you could clean that on your own. That'd be
No way! There's no way!
Do I keep doing weird voices today?
Yeah.
I can't see Goobs.
You turned into me. You do more accents than I do now in one sentence than I do. I managed to stay quite
Cajoling.
level.
Cajoling?
Cajoling.
Cajoling. What is it actually?
Cajoling.
What did I say? Cajoling.
Cajoling?
I have no idea. Schiffer told Suffolk magazine, Matthew and I bought our Suffolk home just before we got married 23 years ago, and it's where we held our wedding. Oh my God, imagine a wedding
At
there.
your home, you could be like, right, I'm going to go to bed now. See you all later.
See you later. I've finished my day drinking. I'm off.
Perfect.
Our kids all grew up here, so it's been a home full of memories. We also share it with our 4 dogs, 2 cats, chickens, tortoises, and a few friendly ghosts. I want to go live there. It sounds amazing. She added, all of us have had different experiences with the ghosts, who we believe are all friendly. They make great dinner stories for our guests.
So they make great dinner. I was like, see, that's the kind of ghost I want.
Lasagna, yeah. The house also served as a safe haven for Catholic priests during the Elizabethan purges, so it still boasts escape routes and several priest holes.
Oh, that sounds really good.
So cool. And Schiffer revealed the name of the house, originally called Rookwood Hall, was changed after Queen Elizabeth I visited and was served cold ham. She was so appalled that she christened it Coldham Hall. That's such a good story. Why is your house called this? Well, the Queen came and the ham was cold, damn it.
Oh, how creative. I love it.
Love that. Would you like to live in a haunted house?
Yeah.
Especially if they're friendly.
Well, and helpful.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
Like,
cookie dinner as long as it's not cold ham.
Yeah.
Which it wouldn't be ham anyway, because I don't eat it.
No. Be or vum. Vam.
Vam.
Goose, would you like to live in a haunted house?
It would be entertaining, for sure.
Yeah. As long as they let me sleep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, number 5. So, I sent you guys a picture relating to this. I don't know if you got to look at it. Okay. So, this one is from another reputable source. This is the Mirror Online.
God bless the Mirror.
Another well-respected and reputable source of news. Mind you, I don't think anything is now.
No.
I've written here comically in my
Lovely
notes.
little tidbit.
Yeah. So, and this headline reads...
Headline. I don't know what, I'm pointing out everything you're doing wrong here. I'm so sorry.
No, I do it until you say, is this how I am in real life?
It's how, we both are.
So when I have conversations with people, this is what is happening. This is
I have never noticed it as much as right now.
Okay. Goose, you know.
He just said, and you wonder why you annoy me.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
So rude.
Okay, so family forced to lock B&B bedroom after finding painting of their son inside. A family on holiday were left feeling creeped out when they walked into their bed and breakfast to find a portrait of a very familiar face staring back at them from the wall. A fun holiday soon turned into a creepy encounter for one family when they discovered an unsettling painting of their son in a spooky bed and breakfast. The Stevenson family, who moved to Sweden from the UK in 2021, were on the way home from a skiing holiday and needed a pit stop on the long drive home. But none of them could have predicted what they'd find inside their holiday let. Mum Jenny explained that they stayed at a secluded property for the night in a bid to get some rest, but after making a strange and unsettling discovery, sleep was the last thing on their mind. I do feel like this is a little bit over-exaggerated.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like the picture is very uncanny.
It is quite weird. The family were getting ready to sit down to dinner in the communal dining room when they noticed something wasn't quite right. My daughter just went, "Mum, there's a picture of Barney on the wall," Jenny recalled. When the mum of 3 took a closer look, she found a painting of a child that looked almost identical to her 7-year-old son. The mum said it was disconcerting and the family were left freaked out.
But isn't the painting a little girl?
Yes. So the artwork called Flowers in the Meadow by Swedish painter Carl Larsson depicts a little girl, but she does look remarkably similar to the youngster, except for her long hair.
But then again, I'm Richard with long hair.
Okay. Who am I then? In the painting, the child can be seen wearing a hat and she's surrounded by flowers. Yeah, so thankfully, Jenny and her husband weren't too spooked by the painting and Barney found the whole thing funny. Good on you, Barney.
I'd have bought it.
Yeah.
Taking it home.
Why not? However, the parents did describe the B&B as old-fashioned with creaky floors. Jenny said...
Okay.
Woke up at some point to a terrifying papery noise. Think rifling of pages or a deck of cards, but we all survived.
Huh?
Sharing what happened on X, the mum said, "Just arrived at our secluded rural B&B to find a painting of our youngest child depicted as a small girl. There's absolutely no terrifying precedent for this, so it's just probably fine." What the hell's going on?
It's just probably fine.
It's probably fine. That's going to be my new thing. It's probably
fine.
One commenter on social media speculated the noise could be the child trying to escape the painting. It's not very helpful.
Just in here, it's like Rob Brydon's little voice in a box. Help me.
Trying to scratch out the painting. Like Phoebe's paintings of the women with the doll's head stuck on them. A second asked, "Are any witches nearby?" Jenny replied, "In Sweden, Easter is when all the witches fly to the Blue Mountains, so I'm going to assume yes?" ? In the morning, she revealed they'd locked the door of their bedroom after hearing the strange noise. Well, one would hope you'd lock your door anyway.
Yeah, it's a B&B, mate.
Update. We all survived the night and are now safely 300 kilometres south. Did wake up at one point to hear an unusual papery sound, as though someone was flipping the pages of a book. Locked the door, obvs, and was tempted to lock the children in their own room.
Obvs?
Yeah. But
Wow.
for the record, but they didn't actually write for the record, they wrote FTR. For the record, I did not lock the kids in their room.
Oh. Wait. So she locked their door, but not the kids' door?
No. Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
And Barney,
It's
she
all right,
joked,
though. It's probably fine.
it's probably fine, was loving all the social media speculation after her tweet went viral. Did it go viral?
Did it, though? Really?
Barney was planning on becoming a Doctor Who. Was so good at... What? Barney was planning on becoming a Doctor Who a Doctor Who.
You killed me today, mate. I can't. He was planning on becoming one of the Doctor Who's.
That's, in my brain, that was the most logical thing that was happening here. So, Barney, who was becoming a doctor... No, Barney was
Right, we are done
planning
after this episode.
on becoming a doctor. Pause. Who was a
comma.
so good at medicine, he could
He was so good at medicine. How old is he?
he could rid the world of all disease and/or an engineer. But says that now he is already famous, there's no need to bother. Johnny laughed. Okay.
So he's just going to ride those coattails where I belong. I don't need to work. I'm a little girl in a picture with a hat and some flowers. I'm famous, don't you know?
I don't have to work. I don't need the salary of a doctor or an engineer.
Or Doctor Who.
Or Doctor Who. So that was written by Lucy Marshall on the 12th of May this year.
I'm not sure Lucy Marshall can write very well.
Well, it's not her fault. It's me reading it. That's
Yeah,
the problem,
to be fair.
I believe. It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
So what do you think about that?
I don't know anymore. It's probably fine. Please don't ask me my opinion on anything ever again.
I remember staying at a creepy B&B in Belgium when we went to visit Grandad.
Was that at the spa?
Not at the spa. Not at the spa, no. And there was a painting in the room with a devil on it.
Oh.
And it really freaked me out. And I made Mum and Stan take it down and turn it round and it faced the wall. And then that night, because I used to sleepwalk. Did you ever? Oh, no, I asked your mum. She said you didn't sleepwalk.
No, I have sleptwalk.
Have you?
Yeah. Richard used to get night terrors. I have sleptwalked as older, but not as a kid.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Did you ever
Times
sleepwalk,
of
Mark?
great stress.
Yeah, okay. Dad found me
Yeah.
peeing in the bath once. Okay.
That
Why
was
are you
just-
sleepwalking though?
No.
Left me to it. To avoid the mess. That's fair enough.
To avoid splashback.
So, yeah, actually, to be fair, that was probably a good idea. So, yeah, I used to sleepwalk and apparently, so I was like, okay, that picture's creepy, take it down, put it against the wall. And then Stan woke up and I was sewing over his bed, like staring at him like this.
Gosh, you were.
Sewing, so,
Yeah, Richie used to get night terrors.
yeah. I used to get night terrors as well and sleepwalk. My dad said I spat water. Air sewing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
were you actually properly sewing or...
I was sewing the air.
Yeah.
Like air breakdancing or air guitar.
Air breakdancing.
Yeah.
Is that... What? No, you wouldn't just be breakdancing.
No. I need to show you. No.
Why don't you show the people that are watching?
No, I can't do that.
Please.
No. So I used to do it in Brighton with my friend's
I love
husband.
it when you can hear him laugh. I hope everyone else
So
can.
air breakdancing is a thing. Like we invented it.
It
so,
is breakdancing.
No. So you go as if you're about to do a breakdance move, but then you just don't. So it's like air breakdancing.
Is that just not breakdancing?
No, because you look like you're going to do it, and there's like a whole situation, and then Jess chooses the winner. I think we just did it. I don't think anyone else did it.
No, I don't think they did.
Okay. Yeah, air sewing.
But the thing is, the whole point of air doing something, like air guitar, is you are playing guitar.
Are you though?
Well, you're not physically, but you're mimicking the actions
You
of.
mimic breakdancing about to do
But
it.
you're not. Yeah, that's the thing. You're about to do it, so it's not. So it's just not breakdancing.
Mimicking almost breakdancing.
Air almost breakdancing.
It's air breakdancing.
It's not.
It's like the Batman-mobile. I don't know what's happened today.
I've enjoyed it.
It has been a very, very funny spooky chat. Probably not for anybody else.
No, Miss Elfie will like it.
She will like it.
She likes anything we do. I think we need to buy her something.
I need to send her a t-shirt. So that's all I've got for today. But it was all themed with the paranormal.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some planning was involved in it, especially the fact that I was so impressed I'd found a football thing for Goobs.
Well done.
Even more impressed when I saw that man's hair. It's full of ghosts.
It's full of ghosts.
It was football. It was connected to your team.
Yeah, it just wasn't full football. It wasn't full ball.
Do you think you could do air football? Like,
yes.
Go as if you're gonna.
No, you would just pretend to be kicking a ball.
You can do air gymnastics as well.
That would just be gymnastics.
No, because you don't actually do it. It's the same as air breakdancing.
I mean, there'll be certain ones that you couldn't do, like if you're holding on to the bar. Well, you could, but you can swing.
I'm going to show you afterwards.
I can picture it.
You can't, though.
I can picture it.
And I have no one to do it with anymore.
I kind of want to support you.
It's like those memes we send to each other.
But at the same time, I cannot condone what isn't a thing.
Why is Helen in the straitjacket? She keeps trying to do air breakdancing.
She keeps trying to break dance.
No, air breakdancing. It's like air guitar, but breakdancing.
It's not because you... I'm getting really riled up.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Do you have a get in your pocket, get in the bin, and a random fact?
I think at the moment you're getting the bin. No, my get in the bin is people cutting you up on a roundabout.
Yeah.
It happened twice on the way to dinner at yours and mum's.
Really?
But the problem is that people don't think they do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So naturally, me being me, because the first time was a lorry and he couldn't see me.
Right, okay.
From where he was, so he wouldn't have been able to see my gestures. But the other one could well and truly see what I was doing. So I gave him the finger. Right. He spotted it and he gave me a thumbs up. So then I made the hand shandy sign. Mm-hmm. And he waved at me. And I'm thinking, like, he was in the wrong lane completely. They could have been an accident.
What an arse.
And I'm just thinking, why do you not think there's anything wrong with what you did?
Just put a hand up and say sorry.
Or any other normal person would have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying. Do you have a get in your pocket? Air breakdancing. I've never seen you get annoyed with me before.
I'm really struggling why you can't understand what I'm saying.
I can. I'm disagreeing with it and saying it is a thing.
But you're wrong. Do you know what? Get in my pocket this episode.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Goobs get in the bin is being unwell because he was really poorly.
He had really bad gastroenteritis. Can I tell them?
Not linked to your gammy toe?
Not linked to the unlikely gout. Well, no, I got really worried to the point where I called 111, and they had to they go through like some questions and things like that.
Was one of the questions, does he have a gammy toe?
No.
Oh, damn it.
And they said, right, we're gonna, based on what you said, need to call sort of your GP, see if they want to come in and see you, that sort of thing, or what have you. Anyway, they made an appointment. But his gastro obviously affects your gastro system. So he's one end and the other end.
Oh, God, it sounds like he had norovirus.
You did kind of think that. I thought he had meningitis, to be fair.
Oh, Jesus.
And then he had he lost a stone in 2 days.
Oh, I mean, if you're going to try and find a silver lining...
It was that.
Maybe.
He's just bought new clothes.
Okay.
So he had about a half an hour. He was going every half an hour with both ends.
Bless you.
And when the surgery rang up, it's like, we need you to come in. He's like, what time? And they said like 3:30. He goes, I really don't think I can. I cannot be far away from a toilet.
Oh my God.
So I packed up the car with a giant Tupperware with a lid that he could be sick into, bought him a spare pair of pants and trackies, and a plastic bag to put any soiled ones in just in case. Honestly, he didn't need them, luckily, but...
just to set the
record straight, he didn't need them. But they issued him some anti-nausea tablets, anti-sickness, and but he just couldn't wait. He's like, I need to get home. But that I was so worried.
Oh, bless.
So worried. I didn't like that.
No, I'm not surprised. And then Goob's getting his pocket is Nurse Alison.
Oh,
that's nice, isn't it? Is she good? She's not like Nurse Ratchet then? No.
Love you.
That's nice, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Do you have a random fact?
You haven't done your bin and pocket yet?
Oh, yeah. My Get My Pocket is Vinted. Mm-hmm. I'm starting a new job on Monday. And
Woohoo! Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. And I needed to get some smart shoes because my shoes are chunky boots or trainers or heels, which are just absolutely can't spend all day in.
No.
So I bought some brand new ones off Vinted for £3, which Wednesday then chewed. So that's good. And then get in the bin, just not enough hours in the day to do stuff.
We're going to have less now.
I am going to have less. I'm trying to do... So I get up early, I walk Winnie, I do yoga, I do body yoga, I do face yoga. I try and meditate, and then I have, like, this astrological book that I, like, do stuff. I'm not going to have time to do all of that before going to work.
No, you won't.
I've been trying to practice, like, fitting it all in, but it's really hard.
You're just going to have to spread it out.
Yep, spread it out throughout the day. So, random fact... my random fact is the first festival I ever went to was B97 with Jess and Blur were headlining, and we were 15, I think, 14, 15.
Do you know what? I'm going to steal your idea.
Go for it.
The first band I ever saw live was Funeral for a Friend.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
And Mark is...
Googs. Changed to Googs. Googs. First gig was Green Day at MK Bowl. Do you know what? MK Bowl's a really great place. I saw Bon Jovi there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. I've never been to MK Bowl.
It's a really fantastic... Sorry to offend everybody. I'm not a massive fan of Milton Keynes as a place overall. But
is that
Milton Keynes
because
Bowl?
You've had
No.
Okay.
Just because I find it a bit of a weird... I used to go there a lot for VM, and it's... Yeah, there's lots of roundabouts, not a lot else.
Oh.
But Milton Keynes Bowl is a great gig spot.
Oh, nice. Mark's van got broken into MK IKEA.
Yeah, my friend's car.
Of all places, IKEA.
Yeah, my friend's car, she had a Nova. So this was back in the day. It was her first car, and we went to MK shopping, and it got broken into. They stripped the whole thing.
No.
They took broad daylight as well. And then we went to the police station, and they were like, well, we can't really do anything.
Why?
Yeah, so...
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, remind me never to go there.
No, exactly. There's no need unless you're going to the bowl to watch somebody.
And is it safe, though, for your car? Or IKEA?
Yeah, don't go to IKEA. No, really. Okay, so, well, thank you very much if you managed to get to the end of that spooky chat.
Yes.
Yes?
Sorry, he's just written something, and I thought I needed to say that before we went into everything else, but I didn't.
Go for it, doll.
No. already worked out. Yeah, I've already what?
Okay.
Dates.
Okay, we're going to Ink and Engines. This is what she's supposed to be saying. He's even typed it on there for her to
Can
read.
you do it for me, please?
Okay, we're going to Ink and Engines on
The 5th and 6th of July.
and we're going to be doing a live case each day.
Yes.
And Mark's band is playing.
Woo!
Yay!
We're so excited. So, Professor Green will be headlining.
Yes.
Mark's band will be playing before then, but it's such a cool opportunity for them. Really, really excited. The organisers really love them. For some reason, they really like us, and they want us both there.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you head on over to the link tree,
Yes.
you'll have the site where you can get tickets.
I don't know if I put it on a link tree. I'll do. Will you remind me to do that?
Yes.
I'll do it now.
But yeah, head over to Ink and Engines Fest at Norfolk Showground on the 5th and 6th of July. Get your tickets. There's camping tickets because it's a weekend event.
Yeah, well, it's basically a festival.
It's basically a festival with tattoos and cars and music. What more could you want?
Nothing else more than that.
Shane and Nick that are organising it, they have done a sterling job.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
So if you go on our Instagram, I've got a pinned post for that, which you can follow, or go on our link tree and I will put a link. I thought I had, perhaps I haven't. Remind me to do it.
Will do.
But yeah, come see us there. And thank you very much to Goober, Park Lane Studios, for producing lights, sound,
camera,
visuals, action. Make sure you go onto Cars and Macabre on Linktree, and we've got our merch up there. All the places you can listen to us and watch us. You can see us on PowerTube on Tuesdays at a random time, like 7:46. That's every Tuesday. We're everywhere, basically.
We're like the plague.
Yeah, we are. Oh, Winnie!
Oh, she
Winnie's
reverse
doing reverse
sneezing.
Thank you to Winnie for being such a good girl.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, download,
subscribe.
Yeah.
Send us spooky stories. Again, all our stuff's on Linktree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it. So
thanks for a great time.
Yes. I'm off to show Ali that air breakdancing exists.
It doesn't.
And until next time,
stay spooky, bitches.
PowerTube on Tuesdays at a random time, like
7:46.
That's every Tuesday. We're everywhere, basically.
We're like the plague.
Yeah, we are. Oh, Winnie!
Oh, she
Winnie's
reverse
doing reverse
sneezing.
Thank you to Winnie for being such a good girl.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, download,
subscribe.
Yeah.
Send us spooky stories. Again, all our stuff's on Linktree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it. So
thanks for a great time.
Yes. I'm off to show Ali that air breakdancing exists.
It doesn't.
And until next time,
stay spooky, bitches.